Now we come to Serapis Bey, the Lord of the fourth ray. The fourth ray, as I mentioned before, the white ray in the base of the spine chakra. Here Serapis receives a neophyte into the mystery school. This is a painting from a book of his dictations I published, Dossier on the Ascension. This is a retreat that you go to learn the disciplines of the white fire of the Divine Mother and to prepare for your ascension, because you see, you ascend by the white light. And the process of weaving the wedding garment or the deathless solar body is taught to you here and in the Keepers of the Flame lessons. This white light then becomes a brilliance in your aura, and it is, of course, the blending of all of the rays, the highest vibration, and it is the means whereby the soul ascends to God. So that path is very well described by Serapis in this book. Serapis was a high priest in the Temple of the Ascension on Atlantis. People would go to temples when it came their time to make their ascension. He carried that ascension flame to Luxor, Egypt, where it is enshrined today. Once a physical temple, now the etheric octave. So he re-embodied in Egypt as the Pharaoh Amenhotep III between 1417 and 1379 BC. He was called the Magnificent, and he was the father of Akhenaten, who was the husband of Nefertiti. Brought Egypt to its height of diplomatic prestige, prosperity, and peace. He built many monuments, palaces, and temples, including the Temple of Luxor. This shows a colonnade of King Amenhotep III. The temple corresponds to the outline of the human body. The uniqueness in which the masters have left for us their teachings is truly amazing. A man by the name of Schwaller de Lubitsch, who studied it for over 15 years, said that the entire temple becomes a book explaining the secret functions of the organs and the nerve centers. Such was the method that Serapis hid in stone, a message he did not want to be lost. He reincarnated as Leonidas, the king of Sparta, 480 BC. Here he outpictured the fourth ray qualities of obedience and discipline. He and 300 of his countrymen died defending the pass of Thermopylae against the vast invading army of the Persian king Xerxes. The qualities of this ray make it the ray of architects, designers, those who love the excellence of God in form and bring it forth, even if they're planting a garden or designing a house, or, I mean, all of us use the white ray. And when we use it to bring something into manifestation, and we do so with all the dedication of excellence, excellence is the quality of the fourth ray and of the Divine Mother, who always works with us in everything we do. So here's the base of the spine chakra. The color is white, and it has 4 petals. Serapis prepares us to receive the gift of the working of miracles. His retreat at Luxor, Egypt, on the etheric octave. He uses the diamond, the pearl, the zircon, and the quartz crystal. Since we've taken up the diamond, we'll take up the pearl. It is a symbol that is used in the world's religion. The Gnostics, who wrote the hymn of the soul, specifically Thomas, which is also called the hymn of the pearl, compared the soul and the pearl. The ancient text, the Book of the Glory of Kings, says that the Archangel Gabriel was directed to protect all who carry the pearl. Casey says it strengthens the body, should be worn close to the skin. Primary effect is upon the emotions. It helps develop an even temperament. I always feel the love of the Divine Mother when I am wearing pearls. Pearls are a focus of the resurrection flame. We have decrees to the resurrection flame. It's on the 6th ray. When you want to amplify the resurrection flame in your body, you give the mantra of Jesus, I am the resurrection and the life. And then you can follow it, of my heart, now made manifest. And we have visualizations for those flames in the Science of the Spoken Word book. So when you think of pearls, think of a string of pearls as a rosary or a prayer bead for counting our decrees, for counting our prayers. As we consecrate our prayers to the resurrection and the life of all children of God, we can count them on a string of pearls. Thus our pearls then become the repository of our devotion. So when we wear them, they have a very personal vibration. And if you have a loved one that is suffering, you may take your pearls and place that on the loved one, or put them around his neck. Beloved Nada, representative of the sixth ray, has charged the pearls that we have. Now the zircon is another gem used by Serapis. It's said to allay jealousy. Then, besides the zircon, which comes in all kinds of colors, we have the quartz crystal, one of the most abundant minerals in the crust of the earth, and one which is so often used by spiritual devotees in this age. So the quartz we have comes from South America, charged by Serapis Bey, since it bears the focus of the fourth ray. And here is a quote from Serapis. You need not expect, precious ones, that as the swoop of a great bird of paradise, heaven will come down to you and raise you instantly up into the light. Each day you weave a strand of light substance back to the heart of your presence by the shuttle of your attention. Each strand strengthens the anchor beyond the veil, and thus draws you into a state of consciousness wherein God can use you more as an effective instrument for good.
What is it?
A Persian messenger awaits you.
Do not forget today's lesson.
Respect and honor.
Respect and honor.
Councilman Theron, you found yourself needed for once.
My king and queen, I was just entertaining your guests.
I'm sure. Before you speak, Persian, know that in Sparta, everyone, even a king's messenger, is held accountable for the words of his voice. Now, what message do you bring?
Earth and water.
You rode all the way from Persia for earth and water.
Do not be coy or stupid, Persian. You can afford neither in Sparta.
What makes this woman think she can speak among men?
Because only Spartan women give birth to real men.
Let us walk to cool our tongues.
If you value your lives over your complete annihilation, listen carefully, Leonidas. Xerxes conquers and controls everything he rests his eyes upon. He leads an army so massive, it shakes the ground with its march. So vast, it drinks the rivers dry. All the God King Xerxes requires is this, a simple offering of earth and water, a token of Sparta's submission to the will of Xerxes.
Submission. Now that's a bit of a problem. See, rumor has it, the Athenians have already turned you down. And if those philosophers and boy lovers have found that kind of nerve, then...
We must be diplomatic.
And of course, Spartans have their reputation to consider.
Choose your next words carefully, Leonidas. They may be your last as king. Madman. You're a madman.
Earth and water. But you'll find plenty of both down there.
No man, Persian or Greek, no man threatens a messenger.
You bring the crowns and heads of conquered kings to my city steps. You insult my queen. You threaten my people with slavery and death. Oh, I've chosen my words carefully, Persian. Perhaps you should have done the same.
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard.
Madness. This is Sparta!